What's up, everybody? My name is Marshall Moses. I'm not finna put on too much of a media persona, but I do know that there's a camera in here rolling. So I want to be respectful to the viewers at home also that's watching. My name is Marshall Moses. I play basketball. That's normally what qualifies me to go around the world and speak, is because I'm a basketball player. Literally, they know I'm not thinking about basketball at all when I go talk to people, because I'm not the typical guy that plays basketball. With that being said, I want to relate basketball and what it's done for me to this message. And my message today is about the law of attraction. Now, when I say that, automatically, people get skeptical. You probably can scroll on your Facebook timeline or Instagram timeline right now and see something about the law of attraction and somebody telling you how it works or doesn't work, right? I want to talk to you about it because I discovered it do work firsthand. So give me a little history about this and why I say it relates to basketball. So I hoop, come from Aiken, South Carolina, went to Oklahoma State. That's how I came out this way. Go Pokes, right? I always secretly thought I need to know why I'm so inconsistent. Like when you say roller coaster ride with my life and my actions and what I do, I'm talking about to the extreme. To the point to where Coach Wade, I give names, cite my sources, Coach Tommy Wade, he was one of my coaches at Oklahoma State, told me one day, he said, when you're focused and give energy, you're a special human. He didn't say basketball player. I don't even know if he know what he said, but that's what we're here to talk about today anyway. He said it. I heard what he said. He said, when you give focus and energy, you're a special human, but when you don't, you're not like other people not giving focus and energy. You suck. And that hurt my feelings. And you know why it hurt my feelings? Because he was telling the truth. And I knew it. And I had never had nobody tell me to my face as a man, mama gone. I'm from South Carolina. I'm out in Oklahoma now by myself. This is another man I don't know really like that telling me like, hey bro, he gave me a compliment though. What I would have called back then a backhanded compliment. It wasn't backhanded at all. It was honest. He said, when you don't give focus and energy, you suck. So I said, okay, I know that. I wonder why. I wonder why I'm on Big 12, whatever, killing 30 and 15. You could check the stats, but then I can't really brag like that because then the next night it's 9 and 11. 11 boards I'd be proud of though. That's how I used to make myself feel better about it. Why though? How can you get 30 on a consistent enough basis to where you are a threat to other teams, but then not do well other games? We don't see that with Jordan. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. We don't see that with Kobe. If Kobe had a bad night, we just felt more scared for the team that he had to play next. So why couldn't I be better? And then I heard something about the subconscious mind because I was at college. You hear stuff. I wasn't a very good student, if I'm honest. But I was always very attentive. I've always been what people like to call spiritual. Ooh, you can't mention that. People get scared. Ooh. So I've always been attentive and aware. But I've been unconscious in a way, even in my conscious mind. We'll get to that. So I wasn't the best student. That's stupid. Don't do that. For anybody that's still in school, you talking to somebody that's not a saint. I'm not a scholar. Kind of not. I guess I am now. I don't know. Just do it, bro. I'm looking right at you. I know you. And you're probably a good student. I don't know. But it gets harder. And you want to play ball, do it. I didn't really do it like that, right? But I was always aware. So I heard something about the subconscious mind. And it said that it is responsible. This rocked me. This threw me off right here, right? It is responsible for 90, they really say 95. I'm trying. 90% of everything you do. So that made me say, I want to know about that. What does the subconscious mean? Just like you have a substitute, you hear the word sub. I'll do a lecture one day on the etymology of words and why it's important and where they come from. But this right here is in place of this most of the time, like autopilot. So I wanted to know what this is composed of, but I was in college still. I was kind of a little scared to touch that. I was like, that's crazy. But then I heard about the law of attraction. This is years later now. Fast forward, Oklahoma State, I did my thing. Boom, met my beautiful wife right here. How you doing? We living over in Europe now, doing our thing, balling. But it get to a time where I'm over there alone. She at home with the kids. Life is what it is. I'm over there alone. And I started learning into this. People could say I was starting to do what you call wake up. I don't like to use terms, but that's what it felt like. So I started going back when I was in college. I started, all right, but I want to know, because I started learning about etymology. Etymology is where things derive from, the root of it. That's why I say the etymology of words is where the words come from. That's important if it's life and death in the power of the tongue. And it's important what you're saying, and you should know. So I wanted to know. And I went back, and I found this again. And what's responsible for what I'm doing, I found out, is in the theta state. Anybody ever heard the word theta? Anybody ever heard the word beta? Where have you heard those words? Fraternity. Probably, right? Did you know that it was neuroscience? You probably, somebody gonna know, but some people didn't. You know? So let me know what you know about the theta state.
It's the state when you first waking up in the morning.
Okay.
Going to sleep at night.
Yep. Yes.
So that's what I know about the theta.
Did you know that it was also the state that most children are in the first 7 years of their life?
I did.
Wait a minute. That's wild. Because no, what he said is right. I wasn't trying to, but what he said was dead right. That was actually what I was about to say. That's the best way to describe the theta state of mind. When you first wake up, you ain't really asleep, but you ain't really up. Or when you dozing off, going to sleep, but you ain't sleep yet. But you know you sleepy. When me and my wife sitting there watching, she goes to sleep on me all the time. I'm telling on you too. And she falling asleep on the couch on me, but she just awake enough to try to lie and tell me she ain't fell asleep, and she be. That's the theta state. But a child is in that the first 7 years of his life. And I also found out the theta state is the subconscious mind. The theta state, or the subconscious mind, which is responsible for 90 or 95% of what we all do, I found out, doesn't know words. Doesn't know words. What does it know? What does it know if it doesn't know words? That blew my mind. What does it know if it doesn't know? What does it know if it doesn't know words? How can I change it? I don't even know what it is now. I might want to change it. I don't know. I found out it knows images and feelings. It hurt. If I'm honest, it hurt me to find that out because I know what I done saw and I know what I done felt. But I didn't want to do what I did at Oklahoma State and find out something that could hurt and run from it because I got kids now. So what kind of message am I sending to my son? And my daughter, but my daughter kind of she bold anyway. I don't know what it is, but women just bold as well. I'm gonna give another lecture on the power of women. We need to stop. You already know too. We were talking about this last night. I ain't even know. I grew up thinking all kind of crazy, but we're gonna get off that. So my son, what kind of message am I sending to my son? You know what I'm saying? I'm scared to go find out the truth about the world. He always asking me the truth about the world. So if I won't go look, then I'm lying to him and I know I'm lying. You feel me, bro? That hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, how can you affect this? And I'll give you the best example of this whole topic in the law of attraction and how the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, this is here for a reason. We'll get to that at the end, plays into the law of attraction. Because the law of attraction, and the best way to describe it, is not you think things and you really want things and they come to you. You attract naturally. Whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, cool, don't believe it because it's happening right now. I don't care if you believe it. I found out for myself. The law of attraction is you attract what you are. That was perfect. I hope that stayed on camera. You attract what you are? But I just found out 90 to 95% of me, I'm not aware of. So that made me ask the $1 million question, which is why I wanted to come talk to y'all about the law of attraction today. And it hurt me to ask. If you 100, you probably asked yourself before, or you'll go home and ask yourself today. What is the part of me that I'm unaware of attracting? I laid there in Israel. You know I was different. That's when I stopped eating and I tried to change my diet and stuff, right? But she wasn't there with me. You know, you can account. I was laying there thinking, this shit is real. It is real. Look, I got notes and stuff. I'm gonna get to that maybe, but it's real. I can tell y'all feel me. It's real. What is this going on? So this is the subconscious mind of the first 7 years of a child's life. It's in the theta state or the subconscious mind state, which means This is forming yourself. The subconscious mind knows image and feelings. So any pain or trauma you may have sustained during this time is embedded in you. That's my man right there. That's real. This is science to back this up. You can tap into the spiritual realm. This back this up. You can tap into any realm you go. That's why I like things. And this is the things I feel confident in speaking on. Things that I can find that correspond. Because I travel the world so much, I see a lot of different people believe different things. But I care about all of them. I don't know why. But I want to tell them something. I care about myself. And I know that I cared about when I was unconscious. I thought I knew. Do you know how scary that is? That's why they tell you in the AA meetings and all that stuff that the first step to recovery is admitting it. What they're trying to tell you is you got to be aware you got a problem. If you ain't aware you got a problem and you think strongly enough to argue against the fact you have a problem, then you will probably die that way. So this is how I was thinking in bed that night in Israel. Yeah, I'm laying there thinking, I'm like, man, this is crazy. So what's the point of this? If the subconscious mind, okay, I was supposed to get to an example. Let me get to the example, my bad. Rabbit holing. Everybody got, what kind of phone y'all got? Everybody got iPhone? I know you don't, we just anti and antagonist for no reason, right? iPhone, perfect. iPhone is life. This is a metaphor analogy. No, not like ball is life. He like, yeah, iPhone is life. No. Picture this. If you can't tell right now, I'm a wild, crazy dude. I live in a crazy realm. So just ride with me for a minute. Get crazy with me. Y'all done grew up watching cartoons or something. Somebody crazy in here. I ain't the only one. So iPhone would represent life. The apps on it would represent the subconscious mind. And the functioning of whatever apps are on the phone would represent the conscious mind. Now, you're born with a phone that somebody already downloaded apps on. Am I making that up? Every single one of us. That's not a I love my, hey mom, I ain't knocking my folks, I love my parents. I thank them for my upbringing, but that's a fact. And I got kids, I can't knock them. I gotta teach them what I know, but I don't know everything. What don't I know? So you got the phone, it's got the apps on it. So then let's say this phone somehow develops consciousness. Ooh, that's spiritual. Ooh, consciousness. Ooh, this phone develops consciousness. So basically what I'm trying to say is this phone knows it's a phone. And it can see other phones. So it see another iPhone and says, damn, Candy Crush look fun. I want to play Candy Crush. And it clicks on, it's the subconscious mind. It clicks on the Facebook app, tries to play Candy Crush, and it doesn't work. And it's mad. Because the subconscious mind it's not conscious, it's not thinking and logical, it's just reactive. Why can't I play Candy Crush? I see all these other phones playing Candy Crush. I hear about the law of attraction, that's what the phone is saying. I'm thinking about Candy Crush. I really want to play Candy Crush. Why, when I click this little bell, a timeline comes up. I wanted the bubbles to blow up or whatever that is, the candy. So you finally say, I gotta accept that I'll never be able to play Candy Crush. And then you just wander through the phone, most people, until the battery dies. But some people wander through the phone and they're focused with this little 10% that matters. And they notice the settings app. And when they see the settings app, they realize this is an app nobody had to download. It's on the phone. But this ain't like Facebook and other. They didn't download this. It's an app. Maybe it's a way to get rid of it. You know, I didn't do my homework on this part of it. I wanted to get more emotional instead of technical. So maybe you can delete the settings app. I don't know how you would ever. I don't think so, right? Okay, but all right. I tell you, I do this talk a lot of times. There's usually a lot of hecklers in the building, so I just already prepare. Like, I don't know. But you click the settings app, you look and then you find out, yo, it's a way to delete these apps, at least some of them. The people who downloaded these apps, now they love you, so you ain't finna delete everything. I mean, I ain't deleting the gram, cuz. I done went on a lot of spiritual cleanses. I done stopped eating meat. But I be loving the gram. You already know I love the gram, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So some of the apps I'm gonna leave on the phone. But it's the realization, because this phone now has consciousness, it's the realization that I can download what I want to. Basically what I'm saying is, it's time to get active on the content on our phone, man. And deleting it sometimes, even if you had to clean your phone out, if you had too much space, or deleting, it'll physically hurt. Right? Delete that picture of Shorty. Damn, I want to get rid of this. It hurts. Why? It's not even real. It's pixelated. That's not her. But what's even scarier is if I can get attached to something that I consciously and subconsciously know is pixelated, I'm subjected to be attracted to illusion. Sorry, y'all. This is my first time for the people that at least in lecture form. Okay, I had another example I wanted to do that's a little bit more simple. I see like y'all got that, but I was saying for maybe some young people watching at home, I don't know. Energy, consciousness, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Energy would be you. Actually, that is you. But for this example, you're in the car, but don't picture you as yourself in the body, the energy in the car. And the energy can do only do one thing at one time. It's only two things that it can do. Drive the car and do what it takes to drive the car, look around, or go into the brain and think. Let's say the brain, this is freestyle, let's say the brain represents GPS. So you can either be consciously aware of what's going on in driving, or looking at the GPS, or typing this stuff in the GPS, or whatever, right? The energy that's you, when it goes into the conscious mind, aka the GPS, is no longer in reality. Say I'm lying, and then go watch a commercial that talk about how many people die, rest in peace, no disrespect, from texting and driving, which I'm guilty of myself. You ain't there, but the body is. People try to call me crazy. Where you at the consciousness that day? All here. So this right here is so smart, it created autopilot. So if people think I'm crazy, you don't ask, why do planes have pilots? And can planes be put on autopilot? And then the pilot inside the plane puts it on autopilot and get up and do shit. He get up, give out stuff, talk. Sometimes the pilot crack jokes. I fly a lot. Sometimes they crack jokes and stuff. I mean, but the plane is going to its destination. The great thing about this analogy is the destination was programmed before he left. So at least that pilot know where he's going. I found out my plane was cruising and I don't even know when it took off. I don't even know when I left the ground and I'm on the way somewhere. Let me get to my next point, man. What influences the subconscious mind? So now I got to thinking, if this is controlling 95 or 90% of my life, what is it, and is it stuck there? Whatever happened to me, is it stuck? No. Hell no. This is changeable. As a matter of fact, all it knows is what you give it. It doesn't say no. No is logical. It only knows images and emotions, and it only takes what you give it. All right, what influences the subconscious mind? So that's where I was at. So I started thinking, this is changeable. How can I change it? It knows images and emotion. It's filtered through here. So this is only eating what this gives it. And people know this. This is why you'll even hear in something as serious and as important as psychiatry, they'll tell you, man, affirmations are important, or along those lines. I don't want to speak for any psychiatrists, but I'm saying I've heard, even seen it on TV, they say affirmations, and people say, hey, y'all can tell I was thirsty. I know y'all heard that. That was a little embarrassing. People will say, get up in the morning and say, I am somebody, and they do it. They believe. You get up in the morning and say, yeah, I am somebody, and they do it for 2 weeks, and they say, man, this shit is crazy. This doesn't work. Because they tried to feed this, and then this didn't change. But this has been eating I'm a loser for 40 years. Vegans don't eat a salad and get healthy. They tell you it's a lifestyle. Whoa. So then that means whatever my lifestyle is goes into this and influences this, and this drives me when I'm not there or consciously there, which is 95% of the time. That's crazy. I had something to say, but that's wild. Even saying it, I knew I was going to say this. That's wild to me. This is influencing this. So I say, okay, images, emotions, how do you feel, and how does it have to relate to the law of attraction? Well, how do I feel about myself? Really? How do I feel back to that Oklahoma State when I was given 30 games? How did I feel that day? These are questions people think is a joke. That shit ain't funny, man. How did I feel that day when I had 40? How did I feel that day when I had 4? And how did I feel after I had 4? Because if what's going on here is reinforcing this only changes with what you give it. If I'm giving it the same thing, what you give it is being reinforced. It's not like, oh, you giving it the same thing so it stays the same. No. That ain't how babies work. When they eat, they don't eat and stay the same. They eat and they grow based on what they eat. It's the same. So it ain't just eating and staying the same, it's getting stronger. And you don't even know. So you're trying to change your life and you genuinely want to. Let's get to that. Desire and want are not the same, even though they are synonymous. You will find them when you look it up. I know I've got to wrap up. I'll wrap up here. We're going to do another one next week. There's no way I can get all the information I want to give out in one time. This is part 1 of the basis of law of attraction and how it relates to the conscious and subconscious mind. Where was I at with it? Want. Thank you, bro. Want is not the same as desire. Desire is not emotionally rooted. I desire to inspire millions of people. This is why I came to do this the first day. I've really been sparked that it's going to happen. You see? I didn't say I'm trying. That's in that want category. That's that shit. I don't like that shit. I'm going to do it. But if I don't give a damn. I desire to do it. Want is rooted in emotion, and you know it. Buddhist monks don't even talk like that, and people laugh at them on TV, those people in those Eastern religions. They don't say, I'm hungry. They don't say, I need a job. They say this vessel must sustain itself. That is. They won't even say out loud and identify with this body because they know they're something more than that. This is the car, and they're the energy behind the car, and they can put it in the GPS of the vehicle. But they understand that, and they don't care about being laughed at because it's the same way. I was telling my homie the other day. He right here, this is the man, my homie. He was like, bro, I'm getting bold in mine, bro. And he a bold dude anyway. I'm getting bold in my truth, bro. I like how you stand. You don't even care if people laugh at you. You all be on there with the BDB beards and the nappy hair. When they say nappy, I think it's beautiful. They say the nappy hair, and he didn't say that, but I'm just paraphrasing. He said the nappy hair and all that. I'm going to do that. I said the only way you could care about what somebody thought about you being your true self is if you ain't know who you was. Didn't I say that?
That's fact.
I know how that feels. Probably more so than y'all. People wouldn't believe it. They think that you a basketball player. I know more. Because I didn't know who I was, so I used basketball to self-identify with. And I didn't know that by self-identifying with that over and over and over for a long period of time in life, this is why I thought I was a basketball player. But if I was a Buddhist monk that was just as good as me at basketball, I would never say I was a basketball player. I say I've mastered some level of this art. You dig what I'm saying? Last point, man. Last point for the day, man. I hope y'all come back, man, because I got so much to say. So much to say. All right, conscious mind. So this is the theta state. So then the conscious mind is the beta state. This is what we're in right now. You actively looking at me. This is the beta, just like you might see some of the betas in some of the colleges you might have went to. Analytical, mathematical. You know, at least I know. You know what I'm saying? Dad's a beta, right? Shout out my homie Dad. I think he is. I think so. I'm shouting my homie out. My bad, bro, if that's the wrong fraternity, but I'm bold enough. I think I seen it. Are they blue? I see a picture over on the wall that's, there's a beta, at least, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not, homie, no disrespect, but I think you are, so I'm trying to show respect. This is the analytical mind. This is dangerous, but powerful if you know how to use it, because you think your whole life, unless you knew this, that this is who you are, even though it's only 5 to 10%. What's going on with you? None of this is who you are. It's a construct created by who you are to operate in this world. Because when you die, this dies. But you don't die. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Science told me that. So I'm gonna hold it to them. When I tell them God is real and that I am somebody and that being righteous does mean something. When I tell them that and they tell me I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I thought energy can't be created nor destroyed. And everything at its most fundamental level is energy. Part 1, man, we got to go, man. I know we got to go. Any questions, man? I want to say so much to y'all. Please come back next weekend. I will be here next weekend. It'll be my birthday weekend, man. I don't care about going out. I don't care about no party. Ain't no girl I'm going to see when I go out better than my wife anyway. So I ain't thinking about no chicks. I want to come talk and I want to learn more and tell y'all some things, man, if y'all care to hear it, all right? Any questions before we wrap this up? Any at all? Anything anybody want to say? It ain't just questions. I'm not some professor. And we all the same. We talk to me. Let me know something, especially you. Smart ass. Well, with that being said, man, I genuinely appreciate y'all for coming out. You know what I'm saying? I would have talked to an empty camera because I care about this message so much, but to see people here, especially people that don't even really know me, don't matter what you came for, consciously, some part of you needed that to eat, or you wouldn't be here. I know y'all won't believe me, but I love y'all. Marshall Moses, man.